Hey guys, welcome back to Value Customs. Today we're gonna do just a real quick short one. We got a quick repair to do to my 1998 Jeep Wrangler Sport. Now, this particular truck I've had for a few years. It's my wife and I's going to get ice cream rigged. We don't use it much for off-road. We don't use it much for anything, but going to get ice cream in the summertime. Cruise around, we got a local lake. We go cruise around that. We cruise around town. It's just, I used to have a convertible, I don't know, it was a Camaro convertible. And, didn't really like that. So I picked this girl up. And the other night we went, cruising around, got some ice cream, and the passenger front brake, right down there, that thing, just behind that wheel there, yep, that, it kind of locked up, so got all real hot and smoky, and it kind of ruined the old ice cream trip. So today, we're just going to do a quick one and swap out the brake caliper and the hose. Now, went down to the old AutoZone there and we picked ourselves up a Duralast remanufactured setup and a Duralast hose. So, got a sticker on there. But anyway, yeah. So, we're going to quickly get this one fixed. But I'll do a walk around, introduce you to this right quick. Like I said, 1998 Jeep Wrangler Sport. I bought this truck. It was not in very good shape. Somebody had kind of abused it. It also had the, I'll get down here and take a quick peek. If anybody knows these old TJ Jeeps, the frame rots out right down there. And on both sides. That was the case on this particular Jeep when I got it. The rear end had broken loose from where the control arm mounted to the frame there. That was gone. There was no rust. The guy I bought it from kind of used it as an off-road rig, kind of like what Jeeps are supposed to be. And so I did order the repair kits, and I did install that repair kit on that frame there. We went all the way back here. I don't know, maybe we can see it. It's pretty dark in there, but we went all the way up into that section of the frame there, as far back as we could go, and we ran it all the way up to the front. Matter of fact, we did a whole bunch of front fabrication underneath this too, where the front lower control arm mounts, that was pretty rusty as well. So we repaired a bunch of that. We did a bunch of patchwork on that. And yeah, now she's pretty stiff and good to go. I did research on that too, and apparently that's a real common problem on this TJ series. Something about not having a hole in the frame so it can drain the water out. Lots of holes on the side. Well, this one had holes everywhere. But a typical one has holes on the side, no holes on the bottom to drain the water. So, newsflash, if you're ever looking at one of these, I don't remember the years, 98, 97, I don't remember, to 07 I think is a TJ. I'd have to look it up. I'm not a Jeep expert. I just bought one to go to get ice cream. But anyway, if you're looking at one of these years Jeeps, do yourself a huge favor. Either take it to a shop, have it checked out, have that framework checked out, or if you're qualified or smart enough, well, I shouldn't have said that, whatever. If you know what you're looking for, get underneath that Jeep before you write the check for it. Get underneath that thing and just take a quick peek at the frame. Right back there, right where that lower control arm mounts on both sides. Take a good gander at that, because I've looked at, I don't know, I would like to say, well, quite a few. I won't put a number on it. I've looked at quite a few. And I'm going to venture to say that if it has not been repaired already, about 95% of them have a rust issue in the frame in that area. So if you're interested in buying one of these Jeeps, do a lot of research. Look it over real close. It's not that expensive if you can fix that frame yourself. It really isn't. The patch panels to fix that is, you know, I think $300-400. They can get them off the Jungle website pretty cheap. But, you know, I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I did it. But I will tell you, you're going to spend the weekend doing it. If you have the right equipment, you have the right space, and you have the right know-how, you'll spend the weekend doing it. If you're doing it for the first time, you're probably going to want to schedule a little more time to do it. It's not a 5-minute job to fix. But when you're all done, hey, it's a good Jeep again. Good Jeep. So I'll flip this around real quick, and we'll just do a real quick walk around of it. It's kind of got a cool look. We got some 33s on it, some Falcon Wild Peak MTs on there. Fills up the wheel well. These are some aftermarket fenders. Little kick panel on the side. Opted for the half doors that are, I don't remember the brands of these. All right, tell you. But I do remember these being Bushwhacker or something like that. The tub surround. And this Jeep isn't that rusty in the body. But we got, somebody had primed it. I didn't do that. Somebody primed it before I got it. Got an aftermarket bumper on there. I use it as a pickup, so I don't even have a back seat in it. I haul a bunch of junk in that in the summertime when I drive it. This driver's side, you know, it's a manual, 4.0, six cylinder with a manual, 5-speed in it. Kind of fun little truck to drive. So, does have some lights on it, and there's supposed to be lights up there in the top, and there's supposed to be lights up here on this fancy winch bumper. What do we got here? We got a Warren winch on there. That was on there when I bought it. I've never used it. Like I said, it's not an off-road rig for me. It looks like it. I mean, it looks like it's capable, and it's kind of cool. Kind of cool, but now it's got a brake problem, so we will gather some weapons and tools and get this jacked up, get the wheel off of it, get that brake caliper ready to swap out, and make it so we can go get some more ice cream without having a problem. So, all right, here we go. If you saw what I just did there, this is a Mayhew air hammer deal. I'll get you the part number here in a minute, but you saw, let's see here if it's got it on there. You saw that screw there, and that's an Allen-headed screw, and we're trying not to round that off. This little doohickey here, that is a, like I said, a Mayhew. Can you read that? Mayhew, part number 37315. I know I'm going all over the place. I'll get you a better picture of it here in a little bit. Put that on your air hammer. Spray it down a little bit. I got Freeall on there. Spray it down a little bit. Hammer that with your air hammer, and she breaks right loose. What's the odds of that rusty old bolt there coming free without some sort of specialty tool? So that's pretty cool. She came out. We'll lube her back up and we'll put her back in. So, all right, I'll back up here and we'll slam it back together here. I know you're probably getting dizzy. I am. So, we got that back there. All right. We'll show you that Mayhew package here when we're all done, because it's over there. All right. This is a fancy line wrench. Hopefully you can see that too. Line wrench off of the old Jungle website. Boy, do these things work real well. You go over that line, put it on, and I probably should have broke that free before I got that bolt out of there. Yep. Probably would have made a little bit of sense, but let me go grab a plier because I was silly. We got this air bleeder system at Harbor Freight, and so it's a one-man job here bleeding these brakes, and we'll suck some out of there. We'll see what we got. We got the reservoir up on top there getting full, and we'll just see where this pulls the air out. And like I said, it turns into a one-man job to bleed these brakes. Now we're getting a lot of air out of there. Pulls this up a little bit so that we aren't sucking any air from beside the leader. We'll go check the reservoir real quick. Be right back. We'll open her up one more time here. Looks like she's pulling out good. All the air compressor's kicking on. Sorry about that. That should about do it. That should about do her. Get this on the hook. We'll go check our brakes real quick.
Shh, let me tell you a secret.
And there you go, guys. Just that simple. We got that brake caliper and hose replaced. A couple of tricks to that. You seen there, as I did that, I sped it up a little bit, but I like to just take the caliper loose on these. On any brakes, when you're just doing a quick swap like that, take the caliper loose, let it hang there, get your new caliper on, get your new brake line put on. I always change the brake line. If I'm changing a caliper, I always change the brake line. I've had my own shop for 25 years, something like that, 26 years now. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I've done a few of these things. And anyway, I like to take the caliper off. I take that brake line loose, get that ready. I got the new caliper on. I got the new brake line on, get everything tightened up, and then change that line. The last thing you do, change that line. Some people don't think it matters. Maybe it don't. I just don't like that much air getting in the system, so I just swap it real quick, open the bleeder, let it gravity bleed a little bit, and get up top there and get your master cylinder full again. And there's multiple ways of doing it. I got a little brake fluid on the hood there. That primer's gonna not rust right there now. Anyway, I used this Harbor Freight air bleeder. I bought it over there. It was on sale. If you only got one person, this was like on sale. It's a Holt product. It was on sale for like 69 bucks here a week or two ago, so I bought it. I know they make a cheaper one, and it works fine because we actually use that style at my daily shop that we work at, and so that one works too. It just cuts out the need to have somebody in there pumping a brake and doing it. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, because even if you do it with the air, it's always good to have somebody jump in there and give it a couple turns of a pumping and release, pump and release. Make sure you got all the air out, but this is a good start when it's only one person. So now, you saw me use the Mayhew tool, Mayhew breaker set they call it. Here, I'll lay this out on the hood of the Jeep here and try to get a look. It's a two-piece set. Goes on the air hammer. 3/8 and a half-inch one in there. The part number for the kit is right there, 32029. And if you watched closely on that, that's what they're good for. Now that was a rusted in bolt. The odds are we're going to round that off, you know, trying to get that loose. A couple of hits with the air hammer, a little bit of Freol brake clean or Freol rust penetrating stuff. I'll show you that here. I got that right here, Freol. Some people use Croil or WD-40 or whatever you think you like. PB Blaster, I've used that a lot. But I found this Freol. I actually got a free sample from a guy. There was a store here in town that had a whole bunch of free samples. He was working there, and I ended up with like a box of it. And I appreciate it. Thank you. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention you because you still work there. So I don't want to mess with anything there, but I appreciate that. It set me onto the Freol. Freol is a fantastic product. You can get it on the Jungle website. That's where I buy it now. It's not exactly cheap. I know it's $10, $12, $13 a can, but boy, does that stuff work. I've got a bunch of WD-40 laying around here. I've got a bunch of PB Blaster, but that's my go-to. I grab that 99% of the time, and it's fast. It works. It's a good product. So anyway, I'm name dropping. None of this stuff is sponsored unless they really want to. We purchase all our own stuff. So yeah, so that was just a quick brake caliper replacement. A couple of specialty tools. You did see me use one other tool here. I'll give you a quick close-up of that. My case them are over here. These are the fancy brake line tools where they're ratcheting, and you get them around to a certain spot. That one's a little sticky. Oops, I passed it. You see that opening there? Well, you can spin that around. You can go either way, obviously by flipping the wrench over. And it's got an opening. It gets you all the way around that flared nut fitting. And it's just a lot better deal than trying to do it with a line wrench. You can get in there and ratchet and go to town. Now, I saw these. It was an ad jumped up on my old face space one night when I was searching through some stuff. And so this is some Chinese brand, one ball or van ball, pan ball. I don't even know how the heck to say it, but we use these daily in the auto shop. Matter of fact, I got to bring them back to work with me. We got a metric set and a standard set. They're not cheap. They're $189, $159 on the old Jungle site. But boy, are them things handy. So there's a couple of specialty tools for you. You know, it's easier to do the job if you got the correct tools. Now, I understand you don't have to go spend money on that stuff. Again, I'll repeat, I've been doing this for 25, 30 years. I've been doing this a long time. So along the way, I bought some products that most people probably aren't going to in their backyard garage like this. So I understand that. But you can do the same job with ordinary hand tools and nothing special. Just some of these tools, when you spend a little bit of money and buy the specialty tools. Now you notice that was some off-brand stuff that I used. Mayhew's not really off-brand, but that Chinese brand. Hey, you know, the big trucks, they sell some stuff now too. They didn't have them line wrenches when I bought them, but now they do. The big Superman truck and the other Matcos and whatever they are and Mac tools, they all have them now. And I don't know how much they are. I don't pay attention to it. But we have them already, and they work really well. So you can get by without spending a lot of money on it. It just, the right tool makes the job go better. Now, I buy a lot of stuff at Harbor Freight too, and I understand there are different levels to tools. It's just like parts. When you go to a parts store, there's 3 levels of parts. You can get the El Cheapo, you can get the 1 or 2 year warranty stuff, and you get a lifetime warranty product from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advance, any of them guys. You get what you pay for. It is. Sometimes it's not great to go to the cheapest thing you can find. It isn't, because you're going to do it again. So tires go that way. You can see I'm wearing a Falcon tire shirt. There is a different quality in tires, and so someday we'll get into that stuff. Yeah, so that's just kind of a quickie. We got our ice cream rig going again. I'll flap back there. Boy, that was a quick spin. This is our ice cream rig. Now, wife and I can go get ice cream, and the brakes won't hang us up again. We cruised around a little bit until they hung up, and then we had to cut our night short. So, again, I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button, that like button. We do all kinds of different stuff on this channel, you know, from full rebuilds, like that there 50 Chevy we got rolling over there. If you following the channel, you know all about that one. If you aren't, hit subscribe, like, go back there and check it out. You know, we got the 68 GMC out here that we just finished up doing a bunch of suspension work too. And there is a 68 Chevelle sitting over there that will probably be coming in the shop here pretty quick. And we got some stuff we gotta take care of on that. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'd appreciate the subscribe, a like, you know, comment, share this with your buddies. Yeah. As always, take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.